Radio. Shout it.
What's happening? Of course, you know it's your folk, B.O.M.B.S Radio Shouty, and stepping in the building. I got my Tennessee fam in this thing. Drumma boy and Young Buck. What's good with it, fellas?
Hey, yeah, boy, what's good?
I was waiting on that first right there.
Come on now, come on.
That yeah, boy, it's so platinum and authentic. I knew he was coming with it. You dig? It's buckshots in the building. You dig what I mean?
Fellas,
yeah, man.
Buck, you back on your Buck shit in this thing, man. Bombs really 3, what's happening with that?
Hey, man, it's doing what it's supposed to do right now at this point, man. We on the charts. Last time I looked, we was like the number 5 top 40 hip-hop album.
Yeah.
Fast, you dig what I'm saying? Right up under Notorious Big, Ready to Die, man. It made me feel like I was for real, you know, making an impact like I know I am, but you know, it just feel good to be back in the loop, man. I've been going through a few things, you know. My name been tangled and twisted in a lot of different areas, so just to get back out here and get the streets what they've been missing, and that's good music, you dig, it just feels good, you know.
First of all, though, Buck, you done got in here with Drumma Boy, and we know that this guy's one of the coldest producers in the game. So when you had told me the last time we talked that you was working with him, I knew what was about to happen in this thing. Talk to me about having a producer on your side that ain't gonna miss with them tracks when you ready to drop a project.
It's like for one, more than anything, it's a blessing because I know I can always tell Drumma what I'm hearing, and he like, oh yeah, I got that, and he's hearing what I'm hearing and some. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know, we started the Back on My Buck shit volumes with volume 1, of course, and it was pushed out as a mixtape. We did it in the beginning, just giving it to the streets. You know what I'm saying? As a way of showing alliance with me and him and the brotherhood that we carry, and just giving, you know, just raw music to the streets. Yeah. And it worked up to this point where it's at now. Working with Drumma, man, it's exciting because you never know what Drumma's going to bring to the table. Yeah. You know, I can be hearing something one way, and he hearing it a whole different way.
Exactly.
But somehow when we put what he hearing and I'm hearing together, it makes magic, bro.
Drumma, having a guy that you know is gonna actually snap on them tracks, what was that like for you too now?
It's refreshing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause you know, I can make something out of nothing.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? But when you got something to match the something that you got, it's like Kobe and Shaq.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? It's undeniable. You know what I mean? You have to, you forced to forget about everything but the music.
My God.
Real talk. Jordan and Pippen.
Ooh. Yeah, Jordan and Pippen.
Even
like,
though Jordan my favorite player.
Yeah, and I'll be Pippen, goddamn, you know, my Jordan. See, and that's the thing, like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no ego involved.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Bro, he king in a lot of territories that he go to and putting me on to some shit, and then it's sometimes, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm king in some territories that we go in, and I'm putting him on to some shit, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't no ego shit, nigga. I can play the backseat. You know what I'm saying? I love riding passenger.
Believe that.
You see what I'm saying? And vice versa.
And when I gotta get back here, you ain't gonna hear me crying about not sitting in the front seat. You dig what I'm saying?
Songs like Ashtray though, man.
Yeah,
break that banker down to me now.
It was just one of them records, honestly, B.O.M.B.S, man, where I felt like I needed to get off my chest, give it to the streets. It wasn't a diss record. It was just definitely me making points on some of the situations that kind of, you know, happened in regards to me and 50. Yeah. Just a few punchlines in there, you know what I'm saying, but nothing from a diss perspective. It was one of them records where I felt like the streets kind of been in the blind of a lot of things. They kind of go off of what they hear, what they see, whether it's real or fake. You dig what I'm saying? And it was like me clearing the airwaves for myself, though.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Not for the streets, but for myself, and putting my truth there, you know, because I look at life like this, you know, anything that a person has done, whether they choose to hide it or whatever the case may be, then you may be lying to the people, but you lying to yourself.
That's right.
You dig what I'm saying? More than anybody else. So for me, I just felt like, here go what it really is, you know what I'm saying? And just the hands that we open up the books with. You dig what I'm saying?
Nah, Buck, being an artist and having to be on front page or front stage with everything, man, and then having your dramas and just situations all over the place for everybody to see. How are you dealing with that? Because I know you were saying that they was, putting some stain on the nigga name.
Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, I feel like I'm built for it tough. I'm built for this shit. You know, it's just my environment that I've come from, and my environment that I still rotate around. You dig what I'm saying? And it's one of them things where when my children have to experience some shit that's coming through me or whatever the case, that's when I have a real problem about it. So when I start to seeing the shit that was basically being said and a lot of things that was being done affect my children, it's like, hold on. Okay, I understand that a lot of this shit is bullshit. Yeah. But let me get out here and let them and remind them really on who the fuck they dealing with and what's in front of you. You dig what I'm saying? You know, I'm aware of what I signed up for. Yeah. You understand? And my life being lived out through the public is one thing that I didn't pay close attention to in regards of coming into this rap shit. You dig what I'm saying? And it wasn't like I just total focused on the finances from the game. It's the passion and the love for the music. But somewhere down the line when you start to grow with this music and the bigger you become, the more that they choose to put your life there, and then you become a victim of public perception. You dig what I'm saying? And it's one of them things, honestly, bro, where I realized that if I don't start to give the people what this shit really is, other than just kind of sitting back and letting this shit happen, then it's just gonna get more and more tangled and twisted. You dig what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I'm watching these different little rappers and niggas say this and that and shit like that in regards to certain situations. Yeah. That made me say, hold on, you ain't that. You ain't built like that. I know this personally. So let me go ahead and kind of pay you back with success, other than the way I really will pay some of you niggas back. You dig what I'm saying?
I feel you.
I choose to just give these niggas success at this point in my life because I've been so hands-on and so active throughout my life when it comes to, confrontations or seeing if it's really beef or even actually getting down with these niggas in anything that I've grown up and matured to the point where I feel like, I'm a poster child of a person going from having it, losing it, and getting it back again. You dig what I'm saying? So I choose to just show that part versus anything else. You dig?
I saw the interview with Vlad where you talked about being Catfish, man. Talk to me about how that impacted your career and dealt with you mentally too, having to deal with that, because I know you feel the pain from all of these extra folks got something to say about something. So first of all, mentally, how do you feel and how do you keep from going crazy as hell out here in these streets? Second of all, your career, you see what I'm saying? You out here trying to do what you need to do, but then you got that looming over you. And then third, it was a catfish. So you think to yourself, goddamn.
What the fuck, right? I mean, honestly, man, I've learned from my mistakes. I don't blame none of these people. I laughed at a lot of this shit, just to be all the way honest with you, because it's like, damn, I really didn't know what the fuck that was or what it was. It wasn't no interactions in between me and whatever the fuck that is or whatever the case may be. It was just a learning experience, It was one of them things where I feel like, I put myself in the wrong position at the same time for the people to be able to say and come up with some of the things that they did. So I started to, realize that if I allow this shit to affect me in whatever kind of way, then that's giving them more energy to feel like the shit, quote unquote, may be real or may be what the fuck the picture shows or whatever the case. I just honestly, man, allow myself to overcome the whole feeling of, shit, man, this shit ain't me. Yeah. But this is what the fuck it looked like. And
what went through your mind when it hit the blogs and it just started going crazy and it grew legs?
I mean, honestly, bro, I was just like, what the fuck? Yeah. You feel me? Because at that time, I thought I was being set up in a robbery. I just knew it wasn't the same motherfucker that was in the DM, pussy squirting all over the place. Hold on. This motherfucker here was darker than the person that it was. I'm like, hold on, you ain't. So it immediately turned to me, you know, grabbing my shit and trying to get the fuck up out of the situation and pay attention to the closet. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking a motherfucker finna hop up out of that motherfucker. Yeah. You know, that shit came out a year after from when it actually happened. Because when it hit the blogs, I'm like, damn. I remember me being in there. I remember the situation, but man, I didn't know it was, you know, no motherfucking whatever they consider itself. So, you know, at the end of the day, it was just a shock value for myself. And I was still amongst 50 at that time. So I immediately stressed out to 50, like, yo, bro, you know, man, I had no motherfucking idea what the fuck that was. And he laughed about the shit and was like, man, don't pay that shit no attention. It is what it is. We gonna mash that shit, ain't nothing. But after our situation started to have its problems as far as in regards to business, then I watch him resort to using that against me when our issue was never built on that shit. He was the first person I called. Like, man, this motherfucker, hey, man, what the fuck was this? You feel me? Because I honestly didn't know how to handle this shit. Honestly, I'm trying to find the motherfucking, hey, man, you know, even in regards to the phone call, I didn't call this motherfucker. I had somebody who was in the loop that was able to actually find the person's number. Yeah. And they were on the actual three-way of the call, quietly telling me what and what not to say and shit like that. So it wasn't really truly who the fuck I am in regards to even being on the phone with the person. So it was one of them things where, like I say, overall, it's just been a learning experience for me to just realize that slippers count. You dig what I'm saying? And it can fuck you up if you allow it. You know.
Answer me this though, Buck. Where do you get the courage and the confidence to be able to stand tall through it all though too, man? Because I mean a lot of folks in those kinds of situations just say, you know what, fuck it, my career over, I'm about to go ahead and go to bed and I'll come back out later.
I don't understand them folks like that. Yeah. Honestly. It shit right there gotta be born. I mean, I come from nothing. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying? And I feel like it's a blessing just to be able to get to this point where I've made it in my career. You know, fuck the ups and the downs. You dig what I'm saying? It's because all I see is more from where I've been at. So the courage, honestly, is the motivation. My children, God himself. You know, I'm a God-fearing individual. And I know that, shit, man, only God can judge me. Man, I don't give a fuck what this person has to say or this person got to say or what. None of that shit means nothing, because I've noticed about this rap shit in general. You dig? A lot of these dudes, man, they energy, man, in front of these cameras and on these microphones, man, it be one way. Yeah. And then you know, when they get you in, and you get in their face, in their presence, the energy be totally different. And I be like, the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was one of the most shocking things for me in this music thing, is that I've grown up listening to a lot of these dudes that I was blessed to be in a position to make it where they're at. Yeah. And I've loved their music and been fans of them, and only to meet them and realize that everything that them dudes was saying wasn't who they truly are. Yeah. I'm not that. What you see is what you get. Yes, sir. And that's what makes me a little bit different, I think, than a lot of other artists, is because, you know, my life is kind of played out for a person to be able to put matching to it. You understand? A lot of these dudes, they project this shit throughout these social media networks, on the microphones and all of that. And when you see them, the shit just don't match. You dig what I'm saying? So for me, like I say, I've been one of them individuals from the beginning that's just been based off real life. I feel like that's the only way that people gonna be able to be a true fan of you. That's why we fans of the legends. Yeah. Tupac, Biggie, Jeezy. All of these dudes interpret, you know, what their real life is within the music. If you really pay attention. Even whether it's Eminem speaking in regards to his situation with his mother, Jay speaking on his ties and dealing with the streets, Pac just all over the place giving you where he was at, no different than Biggie. It's just about these dudes, I think, that I love the most are the ones that it's always based it on real life. And for me, I'm probably the biggest Scarface fan in the game. I feel like he's the GOAT of the game.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. I feel like that's the biggest GOAT in rap that we have here today. You know what I mean? Speaking from a Southern perspective and just overall watching the individual that I know, you know what I'm saying, put nothing but real life throughout his music, through his whole career, and still run circles around any rap nigga right now.
Facts.
You dig what I'm saying? In any kind of way. So I follow those
Speaking of real
you know?
life though, Buck, when your girl tried to take you out the game, man, how the hell did you survive that? And what the hell was that all about, man?
Honestly, man, it was like, you know, I've been in a relationship at a point in time for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I done my wrong. She's a good girl. Definitely was a good woman and shit at times throughout my life. And it was just like, you know, she got fed up with a lot of shit, and I did too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I become irate. You know what I mean? Not putting my fucking hands on a woman or no shit like that, but breaking a few things that I bought. You know what I'm saying? And
cutting up,
you know what I mean? I didn't break nothing that I didn't buy. You dig what I'm saying? But she wasn't going for that shit. You dig what I'm saying? She like, what the fuck you think you do? And she handled like it happened the way it happened. I got an ankle monitor on my ankle right fucking now. You know what I'm saying? In regards to that situation. And I'm just looking to kind of move on through it. You know, I don't think she thought that the shit would, of course, it would turn out to become what it became. Yeah. She more concerned of how unjustly the system down there is trying to kind of go at me behind what happened. And they're trying to charge me with her guns. I had no idea she even had a motherfucking gun. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. But they trying to charge me with guns and shit of hers when clearly, you know, I ain't had no idea about no fucking guns that she had or what or whatnot. And it's just a situation where I'm just having to get through, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, I don't have no negative to say about Shawty in a real way because she's a good woman to me, you know what I mean? We just got to our place where, you know, things was a little bit rough, you know what I mean? And shit, man, you know, when it happened like that, you gotta go your way and I gotta go my way. And if it's ever meant again, we'll see. You did.
Exactly.
For real.
For both of y'all, keeping y'all heads in the game, what do y'all do to cool off after dealing with this industry rigmarole all damn day long? And you like, you know,
just sell dope all day, bro. Wait, I'm just saying, like, I'm just joking, bro. Honestly, what you do, Drumma?
Shit, I go to sleep.
You see what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? I get some rest, you know what I'm saying? Everybody always be on me like, man, when do you sleep? When do you rest? You know what I'm saying? So for me, like, you know what I'm saying, it's about getting the proper rest and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then coming back fresh.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, or I go hoop. I'm like, I go hoop, or you know what I'm saying, or go swimming, or man, I go to Top Golf, swing some golf balls, or like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so many different things you can do. You gotta live life. That's what people don't understand. Like we superheroes to a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people will look at you like you ain't regular.
Yeah.
Or you ain't normal, or you ain't human. But shit, nigga, I like to go watch a good movie, or you know what I'm saying? Or man, let me go treat myself to a steak and baked potato and it, you know what I'm saying? It's like just eating good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That shit might alright.
I just get in that studio though, honestly, bro. It's like my stress reliever. You dig what I'm saying? Like a lot of this shit, I know if I jump out here and deal with it the way that I probably once would have dealt with shit, either I'm gonna be dead up, you know, or back in the penitentiary.
Yeah.
So I've learned, man, throughout all of this shit that I've been through is like, you know what? Instead of me going and doing something stupid, let me go in here and kind of take my aggression out on this microphone and make some money from it. You know what I mean? Versus than just giving these people the energy, the negative. We got enough of this shit out here. If you look around, bro, these youngsters out here, particularly Atlanta alone, you know, they swinging these pistols out here, and a lot of these
like it ain't going out of style at all.
Sure.
And that's what I wanted to ask both of y'all about too, man. I mean, but you done been shot at and shot and everything else, man. So I mean, as an artist, you seeing these young rappers with all of this potential and all of this stuff, and it's like they being cut down. Actually, today is like the 5th year anniversary of Bankroll Fresh here in Atlanta right now as we speak.
Yeah, R.I.P.
So when you think about just the potential that, you know, goes down the drain with these young lives being lost and all of the change that they could have affected in the community and stuff like that, what goes through y'all mind? And then also, do you think this kind of stuff can be prevented, or is this just the streets in the industry and it just is what it is?
I mean, honestly, I think that the environment that you brought up in and living in has a lot to do with the influence that's on the individual. Mm-hmm. You dig what I'm saying? And I mean, unfortunately, most of us that end up going through some of the things that's involved with the streets come from the streets, or at least a street environment. Mm-hmm. So, you know, back when I was a youngster and really kind of trying to find my way out of the streets, the goal was to get money.
Yeah.
You know, I had individuals over me that influenced us to get money. Mm-hmm. You know, legal or illegal, but it was about getting money. Mm-hmm. You know, right now I think with all these different gangs and the culture kind of shifting to where it's at, it seems like overall it's about catching a body. There's no money involved in a lot of this shit. So if I had anything, the fame or the rep for doing dumb shit or whatnot, but if I had anything to tell these youngsters, I just tell them, you know, think before you react in a lot of shit, because a lot of shit that I've involved myself in, there was no thinking involved in it. You dig what I'm saying? It was just like, what the fuck you just say? Let's get straight to it. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when I look back on it now, I say, damn, bro, you know, I ain't have to fuck homie up. I could have just walked away. You dig what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. So a lot of it is based on the way of thinking. Yeah. Because you can live in the ghetto, but you don't have to have the ghetto live in you.
Come on now.
Live in the projects, and the projects ain't got to live in you.
Those are facts.
It's just about the individual and what you want out of life. Mm-hmm. You know, eventually you're gonna run into karma.
Yeah.
A lot of times karma is sitting back just sharpening her knife. While a nigga think he getting away with shit. You dig what I'm saying? And then when she poke a nigga like, why did this happen? Well, nigga, you just popped homie when you didn't have to, or nigga, you just did this or that. So it's just about enlightening yourself, educating yourself behind other people's education. Mm-hmm. Because I've also had a lot of individuals sell me dreams that I respected. Mm. So it's easy to buy a dream from somebody who you respect. Yeah. You understand? And the OGs got to be able to, you know, give good game if you're going to give any kind of game to the youngsters. Because right now, you know, honestly, I feel overall, a lot of them is going off what they feel and what they know. Mm-hmm. And when, you know, you've been a youngster just like I have. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know too much and nobody's there to give you any game, then you're going to go for what you know. You dig what I'm saying? So, just know that the numbers don't change in that penitentiary. They sent me to the penitentiary. My shit was 20669-075. It stick with you for the rest of your life. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. I'll never forget that number in my life, you know, because no matter how high or how much celebrityness or how much money that a person has made, you're nothing but a number in that situation. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I just been blessed to still carry that number with me for the rest of my life. Yeah. I just don't gotta tell them that number every time I make a move somewhere now. Yeah. But the number never leaves you. Once you get that penitentiary number, you know, I memorized and got that number more than I can memorize. I probably couldn't tell you. Security. Man, I know, not the Social Security, but your phone number. Yeah, yeah. But honestly though, that's just something that I think the youngsters need to realize. A lot of them say, man, I ain't studying no penitentiary and things like that. Well, I never had that mentality. I did it backwards. I was an individual who really, really, come from these streets in a real way, and end up going to the penitentiary as a celebrity, as a millionaire.
What goes through your mind when you find yourself in the penitentiary as a millionaire and you rich as hell, but you thinking to yourself, I'm on lockdown in this mug?
Man, bro, honestly, well, when I say I went to the penitentiary as a millionaire, meaning in my perspective, I had already became successful to the world. I'm already known as Young Buck to the world, and my experience at the penitentiary was one of them things where I'm no different than any one of these individuals. So of course, with me being Young Buck to the world, the first thing that they tried to actually put in front of me was PC. Hey man, you got to go to protective custody, because of who you are, and this person and that person did it. Well, I'm not this person or that person. And my time, I felt, will be done harder trying to put me in a PC. You're not gonna get me there. I would rather be right here with these same individuals that quote unquote we have similar situations, or I can identify with a little bit more than actually being in PC with somebody who's scared or from that perspective. So for me, of course, I turned down being put in PC, which led me to being put in the hole. So after I sit in the hole for probably 60 to 90 days, they realized that, they were going to give me a shot on the yard. And giving me a shot on the yard, I changed lives in the penitentiary. Shout out to Yazoo Federal Penitentiary in Mississippi. But I realized that I'm in an environment with a lot of dudes that have never come home. My cellie had 80 years. You dig what I'm saying? And one of the most solidest dudes that I ever come in front of. But I realized that some of the best talent that I've ever seen in my life was right here in front of me behind these penitentiary walls. I see a dude taking off from the free throw line, dunking. I'm like, cuz, when you get out, bro, you got to go, and I'm never getting out. You dig what I'm saying? Or being on the yard, you know what I mean? And, man, Buck, man, let me rap for you. And nigga spit some shit, and you like, bro, man, what the fuck? Bro, when you get out, homie, we got a link. Cuz I ain't never getting out. So that motivated me to start putting pressure and trying to do something that they had never experienced back there, being the fact that I had an out date. So I would roll on the wardens and say, hey man, let me do something different. They will always see a lot of guys and shit around me at times. So it would kind of put a lot of fear into them, like something's about to happen. But it was just the respect that individuals was having for seeing somebody like myself on the same medium yard as them.
Exactly.
And I realized that, let me try to at least showcase this talent in this world that's outside of a world. So I end up, honestly, my biggest achievement that I feel like in regards to prison was not sticking a nigga or fighting a nigga or no shit like that. My biggest achievement was actually, going to the warden and convincing the warden to be able to bring in outside microphones and speakers and allowing us to have a concert in prison. And they allowed that for me to do. I did that, man, where actually the whole entire prison, meaning that everybody within they dorms and everything came out to their yard for that one day. And they allowed us to do whatever we choose, whether it was dudes over here drinking hooch or smoking and going up. You see clouds of smoke everywhere. Wasn't no running down on niggas and none of that. We just was able to create a full concert on the basketball court and showcase this talent that was in the prison. And there wasn't one fight, wasn't one. You got different gangs, different nationalities, Mexicans, blacks, whites, whatever the case may be. But everybody came together for that one moment. And it brought tears to a lot of them guys' eyes because they hadn't felt the feeling. That was the closest feeling. Like an old head told me, it's the closest feeling I felt in 15 years of being free.
Damn.
And that's just being able to kick back without having
pressure.
without pressure. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the biggest pats on the back that I give myself.
Exactly.
Is being able to see me motivate or bring a smile or bring that joy to somebody who's never gonna be able to see this side again, and they also motivated me to never have to come back and put myself in that position to see that side again as well, bro.
Facts. Now, Drumma, speaking of folks coming together, man, Gucci and Jeezy, that versus.
Oh yeah.
Talk to me, man. What was your take on everything, knowing that you had some of the hardest tracks on both of them boys?
Man, it was shocking still, you know what I'm saying? Like you had to sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Because for me, I'm so moving forward, driving forward. What else? What's new? What I'm working on today? Because they are, you know what I'm saying? I always been like, what you doing today?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I push myself to focus on today and the future. But when I look back at like the Gucci, the Jeezy, the songs that I had involved on both sides of the field, it was just like, damn. You know what I'm saying? And I already had felt like that when they even said they were gonna do the verses, because it was like everybody was like, man, you gonna go, you gonna be there, you gonna be there, you gonna be there. I'm like, if I ain't get hit by Jeezy or Gucci personally, I can't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause I'm not no nigga that's finna be, I don't pick sides.
Yeah.
I'm cool with all sides. I'm a full circle. I am the full circle.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's dope.
When it comes to Jeezy, Gucci, I'm both of these niggas. I am my brother's keeper.
That's right.
Both of y'all my brothers. I love y'all. I came up with y'all. And I talk the same shit with Gotti and Dolph. Dolph know that, Gotti know that.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing Gotti can tell me to stop fucking with Dolph. Ain't nothing Dolph can tell me to stop fucking with Gotti.
Yeah.
Y'all my bro, how the fuck like how lame is that? I came up with Gotti and I stopped fucking with Gotti.
Yeah.
I came up with this nigga, man. We can't, like, nigga, we ate together. We fed our families together. Like, my mama cool with his mama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how could that happen? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I started the unification process to the city of Memphis, my nigga. Welcome to my city.
Yeah.
I put all the hottest niggas in the city. It ain't no side. It ain't no north, south, east, west, man. Whoever hot, whoever I fuck with, whoever, man, come on.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying?
I feel like that battle was needed though for Atlanta.
Hell yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? When you come to the A, you immediately think of a Gucci and a Jeezy.
What went through your mind watching that thing, Buck?
Man, these niggas is about to get the fighting on this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You
It got
The first song that come out the gate, Gucci came out the gate.
Yeah.
I know Jeezy
Yeah.
ain't
You know
a
what I'm
hoe,
saying?
and I know ain't no bitch in Gucci.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
So when Gucci brought what he felt in his energy, I felt like, me knowing Jeezy, and me, I've never really just been around Gucci.
Yeah.
But I know homie is a stand-up nigga.
Yeah.
So I just felt like this is the part where it's about to get interesting, you dig?
Yeah.
But I commend Jeezy in the way he actually handled it, and really both of them.
Yeah.
Because, Jeezy spoke his piece in regards to that part when I think he dissed his best friend or whatever, and he handled it in a real way. But also Gucci accepted it and handled himself in a real way. So I salute the both of them. You dig what I'm saying? In a real way. I think both of them dudes is real life legends, through and throughout the A and just the world in itself. The music that both of them done brought to the game has just been life changing for a lot of individuals in the streets for sure.
Answer me this though, Buck. You and 50 situation. Why the hell y'all niggas can't see eye to eye?
I mean, shit. I might need to pop up. I'm gonna pop up at the Bobby Shmurda concert tomorrow.
Yeah.
We asked this nigga this shit on stage.
Yeah.
Honestly, bro, I ain't never really had a problem with 50 like that. You may hear me speaking the music in regards to me just protecting the character who I am. Nigga, you can never make me be soft or seem soft, any of that. So all of that shit is just, when it comes to me in regards to music, I've protected my character from some of the things that he's done. But me and 50 issues resolve from business. It's nothing personal. it was just basically he influenced me, Tony Yayo, Lloyd Banks. You know, he influenced us all to start to go and get our own management and things like that in place because he was going to actually start doing what he's doing now.
Yeah.
And, you know, focusing more on the movie side of things. So he didn't want to have to play the role of these different things, which he's never had to for me, period. Yeah. So for me, it was just like, okay, I get what you're saying. Now let me just, I guess, find out what I'm not doing. Mm-hmm. And from there, it led me to actually going and getting my publishing and shit like that in place. And honestly, that's what started me and 50's situation, actually, from me coming back to G-Unit. Mm-hmm. And it was the fact that you've encouraged me, as well as the others, to get our business in place. I make a step over here to go in and get my publishing in place. And that's when I realized that, let me use, for example, Sound Exchange. Mm-hmm. Sound Exchange had 3 years of back pay that had just been sitting for 3 years, and now I'm reaching out like, wow, why I ain't been seeing this money? What's going on? And they like, well, you stopped cashing the checks in 2015. I'm like, what? I ain't never cashed one of y'all checks. It was 6 figures. Ooh. You dig? So it's like, I'm like, hold on, what's going on? We've been sending the checks to G-Unit Incorporated. Okay, you know, and all of a sudden the checks been getting cashed, and then in 2015 they just stopped. Well, that's the year I came back. You understand? So I had no knowledge, and from that I started to find out a little more of the business of what was going on with them and how much I was receiving in regards to my percentage of that, which was 33 1/3, which I immediately alerted them that I'm gonna start receiving my own 33 1/3%. And with that being said, they had to reach out to him and alert him and let him know going forward they was gonna be sending me my own, you know, finances from that situation. And it seemed like once he got alerted from them, you know, homie blocked me from social media and phone calls and things of that nature, and started to go on this rant. And I think that was basically because I was gonna become aware of a lot of other shit that had been happening. But that was the start of it all, honestly, for me. I've never heard what he considers being the issues. Like I say, in regards to the bullshit Catfish shit, he was the first person I called. You know, yo, bro, this shit just happened. Oh, man, don't worry about that shit, man. That motherfucking shit there, ain't nobody studying. Nigga know where you stand. Well, I know where I stand at. Yeah. I'm just letting you know, as my big brother, this is what the fuck is done happened. And it was cool. But once he got alerted in regards to me going forward and receiving my own finances, then the separation started to happen, and it started with him on social media, blocking me on social media, and as well on the phones and shit like that. And we just haven't spoke. We haven't had no contact. He led up to, at that time, cease and desist in all of my music and shit, sending a cease and desist to different platforms saying that I still owe him an album in regards to my contract. So I went through the process of trying to fulfill whatever agreement was there. Yeah. And then it turned into, no, I don't want a project. You can buy out for $350,000. I know I never owe $350,000. Yeah. And to this day, if he can show me a receipt right now that can show me, if he can show me a receipt where I owe him $350,000, or he gave me something, I'll pay him right now. You understand what I'm saying? Show me, if you gave somebody 200-something thousand or whatever amount that he claimed he got me, it's got some kind of paper trail to it. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying? Go get your bank receipts. You dig what I'm saying? But give me a receipt. These are the things that he started to display to the media and say, oh, well, Buck owes me this and I owe it. Well, it's simple then. Bring me the receipt. And even then, when he said I owed him, I'm such a real one in regards to my business for sure. I know I didn't know I'm nothing. But at a point of time, I had got so frustrated with not being able to work everything I'm doing. This man is pulling down. that I said, you know what, I'm gonna give him that just to be able to go and
Yeah.
work. So it was 300,000. 300,000 turned into, once he seen that I had the finances of trying to pay him
Yeah.
the 300,000 that he was asking for, that was bullshit, but I'm just trying to get to work.
Yeah.
I'll make that back in no time. You know, he jacked it to 350,000 and said, not only do I want, now I want 350,000 and you got to sign over your whole catalog. You never paid for none of the 10 mixtapes or none of the music that I put out. I paid for my own studio time, my own everything in regards to that. So why would I sign you over my catalog and give you a made up $350,000 that you're asking for? So honestly, a lot of it could be handled just through us having a real life conversation behind closed doors or whatever. However he choose to do it, but at the same time, it's real answers, and there's gonna have to be real action behind your answers at this point. I'm not a kid. I'm my own man.
Yeah.
I'm not nobody who you can, bird feed neither. You dig what I'm saying? I understand my worth, and it's just strictly business of the issues with me and 50. It's nothing personal. It's nothing that I've done to him or nothing that he's done to me personally. It's just the fact that you encouraged me to get my business together. Now I've went and got my business together, and me getting my business together has me having questions in regards to certain things in regards to my career financially. Now if you're man enough to get in front of me or whatever the case may be and explain this shit, then maybe we can find amends with each other and move forward. And we can get away from all the bullshit ass social media rah-rah. It's just about handling business. That's what he proclaims, and that's what you taught me. To be real, you know what I'm saying? I'll never take away from 50 from the fact of him giving me the opportunity, and me taking advantage of the opportunity that he gave me in regards to G-Unit. But my career didn't just start with G-Unit, homie. You understand what I'm saying? I was one of them ones that, it ain't probably a pole in Nashville, Tennessee, I ain't hung my own posters up. I come from the independent grind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And my education of this music business and the game alone has taken time. Some mature quicker than the others.
Yeah.
That's why I salute a lot of these youngsters and the money that they making right now, because a lot of it is strictly business, and a lot of them, it shows that they're on their business.
Yeah.
And for me, it's just about me catching up with a lot of things that I had people in place or trusted individuals being in place to handle for me. It just didn't get handled the right way. So,
Nah, I feel that. Now, Drumma, on your side as a producer, though, man, can you speak to how important that business handling is on your side? Because you got a lot of folks that produce tracks and they look up the song, go platinum, and they looking crazy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, for a producer, it all starts with copyright. You know what I'm saying? Because the number one thing an artist going to want you to do is send an email, send me a pack, load me up. Man, we in the studio right now, pull up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the minute you pull up, right now, like back, you talking about when I'm in the game, coming in the game 15, 20 years ago, and wasn't no cameras and shit. Niggas wasn't pulling out phones and shit when niggas play beats and shit like that. So the whole world wasn't hearing this shit at the same time we recording this shit.
Yeah.
You ain't know what the fuck we was working on. You just knew we was working.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So, the terms was a little different as far as the process, but for most producers now, they got to copyright their music, or they get a chance of being bitten, stolen. You got A&Rs now who will send your beats to, they producers that sign to them and say, hey, make me something like this.
Damn.
Same tempo, same key, flip this. You know what I'm saying? So as a producer, if you don't got your music copyrighted, or if you don't have a direct relationship been my number one key to the game. If I ain't no Jeezy, I wouldn't have been on this album. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't no Gucci, I wouldn't have been on this album. If I ain't no Young Buck, you know what I mean? I remember literally walking up to his truck when the whole pandemonium, it's 100,000 people trying to get to his truck. Hey, bro, Drumma boy, man, my beat CD. I gave him a beat CD.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? He was in the passenger side of his truck. It was TSU homecoming and all that shit going on. You see what I'm saying? And so I'm 18, 19, bam, he popping.
Talk to me about them early beginnings, though, fellas. I mean, when y'all jump off the porch to get into this rap game and you doing what you love to do, how do you maintain a love for it, and what is those tipping points where you realize that I'm in the right spot and it's about to go the fuck down?
Shit, when you well, for me,
yeah,
I don't know, from a producer, this is interesting, but from an artist, perspective, honestly, man, when you can go to that show and you holding that microphone out there and you ain't rapping your own shit and they rapping your shit, the streets always gonna be the judge to everything, in a sense, when it comes to this music business. It started from the streets, and that's where it's gonna end at, in the streets. It's gonna stay forever in the streets. But I guess when I got to a point of not only just, hearing your music on the radio is one thing. It's just like, man, I'm being heard.
Yeah. Yeah.
But watching your fans recite that music back to you, and the passion that the fans give you, that's always been the fuel to my fire, is that energy, that good energy. It gives you almost this feeling of, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But honestly, I never felt like I've made it.
Even when you was with G-Unit and y'all was on top of the damn world and showed them want to ride with me.
On God, man, I got the biggest records at those times, and I never felt like I made it. And I realize why now.
Why?
Because I was an individual that always kept one foot in the streets and one foot in the music.
Yeah.
Throughout my career and life, up until now. And I realized why God put me in that position now. I never felt like I made it. I always kept one foot in the streets, one foot in this industry. It's honestly because even though I'm this celebrity and got the hottest records, my whole circle is niggas that's still in the dirt, still in the ghetto. I'm still busting blocks through these projects every day. I'm still pulling up in my Bentley in the projects. I'm still, right here with the people that I fuck with and come up with, and this is what they call home. Even though my house is over here 2 doors down from Johnny Cash's old home, you dig? I realized that, that's what kept me not only giving good music, of course, but it kept me away from having that feeling of that I made it. But it makes sense to me now, because me having that one foot in the streets, right? And one foot in this music business, it was a point in my career where I was pushed back to the streets. But that motherfucking one foot that never left made the streets stand with open arms when I had to go back.
I feel you.
You understand? They like, nigga, you ain't never left us. Here we go. You feel me?
Yeah.
And me having to go back gave me enough knowledge of understanding to say, okay, now I realize what's up. Now let me put 2 feet into this music. And that's where I'm at now. Both feet is no plan B for me. Both feet I got is in this music. So, I go extra hard. I always been, about my business, and always been focused on giving good music, but it's a little bit more to it now. It's like I got 2 feet in this rap shit. Ain't no going back to this street shit.
Answer me this, though. Is the rap shit fun the whole time, or does there ever become a point where you think to yourself, you know what, I don't care for this shit as much as I used to, and this shit done turned into a damn job?
I can't honestly say that I've felt like that. Because truthfully, I love the music so much that even if it wasn't money being made from this shit, I'll still do it. I'll find a way to make money elsewhere.
Yeah.
But my passion and love for the music is so broad that it overrides that feeling of fuck this shit or I'm giving up.
Yeah.
I just love to make music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's one of them things where the blessing is being able to take care of my family and my kids with what I love to do. And it just gives me that energy to keep going,
Drum. What's your main song that you say every time you play it gets the party started and you feel like that's your baby right there?
Oh yeah, boy! Look at that.
I mean that's No Hands. You know what I'm saying? No Hands is still probably like the number one record that you turn on. You know what I'm saying? But Plies give them a run for their money with that. Was in my pocket, dog. Big face hundreds. You know, Jeezy come through with the I Put On to Lose My Mind. You know what I'm saying? 12:45, it's about that time, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And just to get back to the verses, man, like Buck said, bro, it was crazy seeing Gucci say his piece in front of bro.
Yeah.
Like I had to get man, that's hats off right there.
You gotta respect it.
Man, like, ooh, and then for Jeezy to sit there, take that in. And then and knowing at the end of the verses he was coming with the ultimate uppercut, which we have never seen Gucci and Jeezy perform motherfucking Icy.
My God.
That shit was dope.
So it was like, you got that Gucci
verses already.
Jeezy, you know what I'm saying? And Jeezy knew he couldn't do nothing but take that on the chin.
Yeah.
That's the whole catch of the shit. Is like Jeezy knew, okay, you got that. What can you say to Gucci?
Exactly.
My back against the wall. I mean, what can I do? Like shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's
they two real ones, man, for sure.
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
I get them boys that for sure. Salute.
The president sit down enemy to enemy. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And at some point we have to see eye to eye.
Facts.
Regardless of our differences, what we have done to each other, what our posses have done. Because a lot of times it's the entourage. Yeah. That'll keep you in the mix of this shit. You know, the two people might, like, nigga, every time I with Gucci will be like, hey, Drum, man, boy, I ain't gonna lie, Drum. Boy, I need some of this shit you gave Jesus, boy. Goddamn, you got Jesus on fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he, you know what I'm saying? Like Gucci just funny, like, just always just comedy, you know what I'm saying? And Jesus be, you know, serious, what you think? What you think? Da-da-da-da-da. Like, that's like Jeezy and Gotti. And then is Gucci and Dolph is similar.
As a super producer though, Drumma, have you ever found yourself in a situation where you was in too damn high of a demand and you were like, how the hell am I gonna serve all these folks?
Hell no, because I always was prepared.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I always got inventory. I always got beats. I always got stash.
I gotta ask myself that same shit. Like,
talk to me.
Do this dude run out of dope? Like, honestly, like, for real, bro, he got a pack. Honestly, I be like, how many motherfucking sounds do you got?
Everything. We create this sound. We do sound designs.
So how many sounds do you have, bro? Like,
so now I got a question for you though, Buck. When it comes to Cash Money, G Unit, and a lot of these legendary places that you done found yourself at, where do you feel like you had the greatest vibe and the best time, man?
Damn. It would definitely be G Unit.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? I miss the brotherhood of us.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? We really were brothers in a sense, like in regard. We wouldn't like we could be partners from 9 to 5, and at 5 o'clock it's gold. You go your way, I go my way. We actually had real issues with different artists, and 50 was going through real issues and shit like that. It was just one of those things where I was able to go to heights of my career, my life, places that I've been through two fucking passports. I'm damn near bigger and just as big overseas as I am here.
Yeah.
Internationally, is that, you know, we were able to go places that I haven't ever experienced with Cash Money. I can tell you about my times of being with Cash Money, but I can't really play too many records where you hear me with them on. I was more or less one of those individuals that was looking, I guess, to be put in the game post the Hot Boys actually becoming and doing their thing. But it just didn't work out that way. You know, salute to Cash Money and Baby and Wayne and all them guys. Oh, Free BG, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't able to kind of touch bases with the music with them at all.
Answer me this question. This is for both of y'all. What was the first check that changed y'all lives out of rap and motivated you to say, you know what, I'm doing what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing right now.
Man, for me, that was my pop. My pop made a bet with me when I was in college. I had got kicked out of college due to unattendance. I'm back and forth in Atlanta doing standing ovation, white girl, blase blah. And I, like my pop in the orchestra. My mom was in the opera, so they looked at rap music kind of like, this wasn't real music in a sense. So it was tricky. But long story short, my pop made a bet like, I bet you ain't gonna be successful. You ain't gonna become what you want to be. Da 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 da. He was like, if you are, show me 100,000 in your bank account. Cause I had like 10 bands on. I had to slap down 10,000. Like I'm making money. Woo. I'm 19 in college now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I pull out 10 bands. Like woo woo. He was just like, you ain't got no debit card. You ain't got no credit. You can't buy your mama the house you want with that. You know what I'm saying? Just naming all this shit. Da 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 da. And shit. I did standing ovation for Jeezy. And Jeezy, like, the Trap or Die mixtape, this was the hottest shit coming out in Atlanta. Like, I'm talking about anybody who was on Jeezy album, you was somebody. It was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit put me in a whole different situation. So a publishing company come to the table, Chris Hicks, Warner Chappell. They put 150,000 on the table, like, man, pub deal, 8 songs. And I took the deal, showed my pop my account, and we've been best friends ever since.
But we were just saying that you got a project with DJ Paul as well, and then I got to go back to your project with DJ Paul. So hold up, Drumma, you and DJ Paul Clash of the Titans.
Like 3 years ago, 3 years ago, DJ Paul, Drumma Boy, Clash of the Titans. We working on volume 2, and this a Tennessee thing. You know what I'm saying?
Shit is real tough too, man.
Oh, really?
Me and Paul got one of the most strongest just back on my Buck Shit Volume 3 is to me one of the most strongest projects that I've created. And in the times of where the industry is at right now, it's almost like a whole different, it's like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Everybody has different content, and with so much surrounding, so much controversy and shit that's been surrounding me, it kind of gives you everything that you're looking for in regards to myself. Me and Paul record is just straight fucking knock your head off, banger after banger. It's one of those records where we owed it to each other. Paul was one of the first guys to ever give me an opportunity in regards to music. And I was like 13, 14 years old. I was in the streets real tough. And he was like, bro, I gotta get you out of the streets, bro. You too young type shit to be, getting down the way you get down, homie. And he sent Project Pat to get me, bro.
Oh, Pat.
Shout out to Project Pat, bro. Project Pat came to pick me up at the Burger King across the street from Joe Johnson Projects in Cashville when I was 14 years old.
Are you serious?
He had a nigga driving named Lil Buck. I remember getting in the fucking car and was like, bro, what's your name, homie? He's like, I'm Lil Buck. I'm like, nigga, I'm Young Buck. But you feel me? Straight up and down, man. But Paul...
Can you speak on Project Pat though, man? Because that was another thing that I've been noticing just even with the music right now. Pat had an influence on this culture that's really going unsung right now. I was listening to Cardi B new song. Yeah. That was Project Pat on that third verse. You see what I'm saying? Can you talk to me about the game that you got from Pat and just his, influence on the game?
I mean, Pat, man, is just such a real nigga, man. Honestly, bro. He's one of them ones that ain't never had a mask or an identity or somebody who he's trying to be. Yeah. You understand? When you see Pat is what you get. Either he fuck with you or he don't. Yeah. So Pat also was one of those guys that at the time, he was at one of his highest peaks of his career. And he taught me a lot by just taking that time to drive them 3 hours down to Cashville to come pick up this youngster that the world don't know, and he really didn't probably know neither, because I had met Paul prior to him sitting for me when I was with Baby. And Baby kind of used me to rap for him. Yeah. Like, yo, I got a nigga from your same state that I'm about to drop. Yeah. You understand? And I ended up rapping, and Paul was like, man, this nigga yo, young nigga, you got it. You got it.
Talk to me about being a teenager around the likes of 3-6 Mafia and UGK and stuff like that. And what kind of game did you get from them folks, man?
Man, rest in peace to Pimp, man.
Yes, sir.
Rest in peace to Pimp C. And salute to B.O.M.B.
What up, though, Bun?
Believe that. Just being amongst them and watching. Let me say this about Pimp. I gained and got so much love and respect for somebody like a Pimp C because at the time, of course, this UGK, you understand, and that's 3-6 Mafia, like, but me upon meeting UGK and meeting Pimp first was like, bro, I gotta get down with them type of thing. Like, these is who all my big homies love and shit like that. And I've actually had one of the biggest homies of my cities at the time bring me to Pimp at that time. So I felt like, I made it almost. Exactly. Like I'm about to blow. And Pimp tuned it all down, but he gave me game when he done it, and it stick to me to this very day. I was so excited that once he was like, spit something and shit, and I spit, and he was like, oh man. He told my partner, rest in peace to my partner who brought me there. His name was B.O.M.B.S. He said, B.O.M.B.S, man, this young nigga is so cold, bro. This nigga's gonna be, one of the biggest niggas in this rap shit ever. He said, but B.O.M.B.S, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't fuck with him right now. He said, me fucking with him right now is me asking him to starve. And I'll never ask no nigga to starve. He said, I got my situations that I'm going through and handling in regards to Jive Records at the time. Me and Bun going through our thing. And, if he's able, if I'm able to fuck with him once I get out of that situation, then let's do it. But I just can't reel him in and fuck with this young nigga and bring him on to starve. I respected that shit so much.
Yeah.
To this very day, bro, it's like those are the mottos that I kind of rock around. Like, I'm not gonna ask somebody to come starve with me. You understand what I'm saying? When I know you got a stomach to feed,
come on,
mouth to feed, I'd rather get myself in a position where we can either help feed each other or I can feed you. You dig what I'm saying? So he just gave me enough game from the very beginning to keep it 100 with yourself before you try to keep it real with anybody else.
Exactly.
For sure.
Speaking of keeping it real with y'all selves, man, at what point in the game did you have to choose you over the game? Well, folks is calling you, they need you to do stuff and they want you to be there, but then you have to say, you know what, this ain't me, this ain't what I'm here for, or I just can't do this.
I mean, every day. You know what I'm saying? That's an everyday thing.
Everyday thing, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Coming out of Memphis, like number one, most cities that you from, regardless where you from, I ain't even gonna pinpoint it to Memphis. Regardless where you come from, it's gonna be 1,000 times harder to make it out your city than to stay in your city. Staying in the city is just a comfort zone. So you know what I'm saying? If you can make it out your city and feed your family and feed and do everything you need to do, pay your bills, pay your rent, live, eat, do everything you need to do off of that hustle.
Yeah.
You ain't talking about shit until you can do that.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I don't fuck all the other shit, regardless whatever come in between that. If you can't do that, if you can't feed your family off of what you say you do,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you the nigga, where that shit at then?
Talk to me about the business though, fellas, just making sure that you get the lumber up, because I think that's one of the main issues that we have in this community. We all got talent and folks got stuff that they want to do, but when it comes to saving money and just actually making money and generating the revenue, that's one of the most difficult things to do as well.
Facts.
So how do y'all go about making sure that you stay paid during these crazy times, especially coming off of COVID-19?
It's all about looking at the blueprint. Like
right.
let's look at Michael Jordan.
Right now, money.
Michael Jordan, okay, how much money did he make off the court?
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with basketball. So as a producer, I get in the game as producer. I make $2 to $3 million a year. Since 2007, I've been making $2 to $3 million a year.
Yes, sir.
Make just that, just on Drum Squad LLC, my production company. Making beats, $2 to $3 million a year. My taxes, I got paperwork to show it and prove it. All my receipts in line. $2 to $3 million a year. Yep. Okay, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I can take care of my family. I can do everything I need to do. But then when you get around a nigga like Jay-Z, or you get around a nigga like Puff, Or you get around a nigga like Jonte Austin.
Yeah.
Who like my uncle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or you get around somebody like Jazzy Faye or Dallas Austin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or Big Boy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these folks who right here and these my brothers. And you not able to move or do certain things that they able to do. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? When it's like, okay, they can go to a club and goddamn buy out the bar, make sure everybody have a good time and spend $75,000 in a night, and it's light night. That ain't shit, but everybody had a good time.
Exactly.
This and that, woo, woo, woo. You know what I mean?
Or,
you know what I mean? It's certain things like, you know, I could do it, but shit. Like, I just, you know what I'm saying? So you wanna, you surround yourself around those people to understand that, okay, outside of just this music shit, my clothing store make me another couple million.
Come on now.
Man, the champagne deal that I did with Marino BHLB for 5 years, that made me another $800,000.
My God.
This clothing deal that I did with Sean John, 3-piece suits, you know what I'm saying? That made me another XYZ. You know what I'm saying? This Bitcoin that we did over here with
you were screaming at a long time ago.
Man, this nigga finna go buy me a rape after this business. After him, nigga, we going to the
you see what I'm saying? Oh yeah.
I know your Bitcoin went crazy.
Damn, John, how you able to, man? I'm talking about mix master, whatever
Real
we need to do. But
though.
come on, man, let's do that, band. I still got music soul
Exactly.
project over here. I still got A-Ball MJG project over here. I still got Drumma
What's going
Boy,
on with that Ball and G
Drumma Boy
project?
Friends album. Ludacris just shouted us out. It's so many things that Drumma Boy doing. How am I able to fund all of this shit? The store need new clothes. We need new Ethica. We need new Champion. We need new this. Da 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 da. So you still gotta have funds to buy for your store. You still gotta have funds to pay your employees. You still gotta have funds to market and promote your business. You still gotta have funds to market and promote your artists. I got a label. We got artists that we developing and this and that and woo. You know what I'm saying? How you able to do all of this shit? How you able to stay relevant, Drum Boy? Well, damn, I keep my publicist paid. We stay in some magazines and some articles and this and that. People ain't even know I did Look at My Dad. People ain't know I did We Poppin', NBA Youngboy featuring Birdman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's another gold plaque. Damn, what I'm doing today, motherfuckers stay solid rocket. We just got another plaque. The fuck you talking about? But you can't keep up with me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm doing so much motherfucking shit, bro. It ain't meant. My phone ringing out the hook. You can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
They
stop
calling
the phone
for the
from
money
ringing.
right now. You
know what I'm
dig?
saying? Folks mad now, waiting on me to get off the radio.
My God.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling my story, and this is what I take my time to do, man. This nigga here was one of the realest niggas that I met, and people be like, damn, da 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 woo, da da. Man, what the music sound like?
Come on.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? Wrong or right, if you my dog, you the fake nigga. If you turn on your nigga, this your nigga, but you don't even fuck with your nigga regardless, just because of what he going through.
Come on.
Facts.
Cause he down now. He broke right now. But soon as he get back hot, you back on this nigga dick. Damn, that's the dick riding shit right there.
Talk to me about
that's the fake shit right there. How the fuck you do that? But you can't talk and stay down with your dog while he down. You gonna kick a nigga while he down. I bet. When a nigga walk around this motherfucker with these hundreds of millions and woo, and you want me to invest in you want me to invest in your city, you want me to invest in your business.
Yeah.
Nigga, it's easy, bro.
I'm gonna tell you something.
You know
One of the realest things Drumma said to me, he said, you know, bro, you know, this tape, bro, this Back on My Buck Shit Volume 3, bro, it's more than just a good tape. It's classic, you know, it's a classic tape and the music is there, you know, everything. But man, overall, Buck, man, you know, we showing niggas true brotherhood.
Yeah.
You understand? And I thought about it, I said, you goddamn right. Because I've had so many individuals throughout my career that I considered brothers or friends and shit like that, only to do exactly like he just said. When a person see you up, they all at your door.
Yeah.
I can go and name names from here to goddamn it till it get dark outside. But when they feel you're down, you don't even have to be down. But if that person feel like you're down, then you know sometimes it results into individuals, you know, displacing themselves from you, not coming through the way they used to come from, not picking up the phone the way they used to pick up. And I salute Drumma, DJ Paul, and Lil Boosie, and a few more of them out there that's just always been 10 toes down with me through thick and thin. So if we ain't did nothing outside of giving you classic music, our bond is very genuine, and it's showing the world what real brotherhood is. Like he said, you know, he never left my side throughout anything. You know, it was times I would call Drumma like, man, bro, I'm a fuck. Boy, I can't wait to catch one of these motherfuckers just saying this shit or whoop-de-whoop, and Drumma tell me, bro, why you gonna do that? Why you gonna do that? It's only gonna put yourself in a fucked up position, bro. You're gonna go right back through the same shit, bro. Let's just make this goddamn music. You know, I'll take care of this. I'll take care of that. You ain't gotta worry about spending this. You ain't gotta worry about spending that. And I'm, you know, thinking to myself like, you're right. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that's what got us in this position where we at right now with this fucking classic tape out. Me sitting here in front of B.O.M.B.S doing the interview. It's just the brotherhood and him giving that extra influence that was needed in my world, you know?
How many folks walked away from you after the Catfish incident?
Man, I can't count them niggas. Fuck them. You dig what I'm saying? Some of these niggas, I thank God for removing them because I thought some of these niggas was brothers, and I wouldn't have had the strength to remove some of these niggas. So some of these niggas that removed themselves, or I don't fuck with them no more. A lot of them niggas is in my DM looking for forgiveness. They might not be asking, but they looking for it by saying what you been up to or what's up. Nigga, you seen what I've been going through and things like that. But do I give them that energy?
No.
No, man. I'm like, shit, man, I'm good. You know, I'm pushing what you got going on, or I salute you. I see what you been having going on, shit like that. Because, you know, a lot of times I realize that a lot of these dudes is just lost within themselves. They're looking for the moment. And if you got it or you hot for that moment, then who you allow in your circle, if it ain't genuine, then they're gonna take advantage of your moment.
What was the best time that you had in the game though, Buck, where you felt to yourself that this is what I'm doing it for and I'm having a damn time of my life?
Shit, man, running with Jay-Z, bro. Honestly, just that experience, him and Snoop.
Break that down to me.
I mean, our first tour, Rock the Mic tour that we done, in regards to being with G-Unit, you know, I'm spending day in and day out, you know, being in arm's reach of two of the greatest in my eyes. Yeah. And me and Snoop smoking so much goddamn weed, we both about to fucking pass out. Jay, man, like I say, I'm a big Jay-Z fan. I think he's one of the epitomes of a real life street individual who's learned to transition himself from being that and still representing those that still that or in that same position, but also being the ones that's sitting at the top of the game and bringing so much for the culture to evolve from, giving us so many different artists, things like that, bro. I just think being amongst them two was a real motivation because everything matched with them. Everything that Snoop speak on in regards to his life through the music, when you see him, goddamn it, it's gonna be exactly that. No different than Jay-Z. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So just being amongst those guys and actually being fresh to G-Unit at that time gave me that feeling of, you know, goddamn. Yeah. And then, shit, we headlining in front of fucking, these are the fucking ones that I'm looking at, and all these people out here waiting for us, but some of the greats that I love and respect, I'm actually moving around the world with them. That was one of the highlights of my career, is just being amongst that whole energy of that, bro, for sure.
I can dig it. What you got going on that live, nigga? Because you look like you having the time of your damn life.
Hey, some of everybody checking in, man.
Talk
shout out
me.
To the live, shout out to the wave, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It's a blessing.
I can dig it.
Bro, I also got a tape. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, say what you feel.
But, bro, I got a fucking tape I dropped before, a week before I put this Drumma drop volume 3. Yeah. It's called The Vaccine.
Yeah.
Right. The first project I dropped was called The Outbreak.
That's right.
And I dropped it right in the beginning of the pandemic. And it was to match the pandemic. But then I dropped this fucking tape called The Vaccine a week before we actually dropped bombs. Because it was like, I want to vaccinate you motherfuckers before I blow y'all fucking heads off. I want to get y'all together though. Honestly.
Exactly.
But to actually have two projects independently pushed that touch the charts.
Yeah.
is one of the goals that I'm in front of right now.
Thanks.
That is like, okay, boom, I got 2 projects and both of them is on the charts. You know what I'm saying? It almost feel like you competing against yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's giving me the energy to go ahead and drop a 3rd one on my birthday.
Ooh, I ain't mad at that.
March the 15th.
No.
Hey, Drumma like, man.
You gonna come with another one, man.
Come on now.
But when you got ammunition, you can do that. You can dump artillery on niggas, you know what I'm saying? No problem, because you got this shit.
Exactly.
We cocked and loaded, you know what I'm saying?
We are,
so
though.
Like, shit, it ain't nothing to, man, drop this shit. Hit the fans with this shit.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, nigga not sitting on no more music. You know what I mean? I done showed my fans that because a lot of labels, like even when I've had sessions with other artists, it take all day for the music to drop. Or the music to come out. So okay, just like No Hands, if it wasn't for me leaking that shit, I wouldn't have had No Hands. If
How many records over there you got that need to be leaked out though?
We doing them. We leaking them by one by one.
That nigga will leak a record in a minute.
Yeah, because I know the label gonna have to come up and pay for it. If not, then we'll pay for it and I'll put it out on my channel. And then it's my content.
Come on.
I own the content.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? You holler at me when you want to license this and put it in the film and in the movie and on TV and on soundtracks and whatnot. So it's a blessing, bro. Like this whole COVID, man, honestly, we coming up on 6 million.
Yeah.
We coming up on 6 million made. You know what I'm saying? Since COVID.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, man, mind you, I do 2-3 million a year. So we already doubled it since COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to
now
me.
the labels and whatnot calling and woo. Oh man, I want to talk to you about your project.
Yeah.
Now y'all done waited so late. Well, do I need to do it then?
Well, what I done realized is that when you
know
operating independently of the majors and you making the money, then it really don't make no sense because at the end of the day, they're gonna have to come with a big ass check to make you sign the line.
Absolutely.
And
you look at Russell Simmons. Okay, he built Def Jam.
Yeah.
With one artist, LL Cool J.
Thanks.
Okay, Puff, man, Biggie. Craig Mack, Mary J. Blige, Bad Boy. You know what I'm saying? With the help of Andre Harrell.
Yeah.
Okay. Bam. Them two young black entrepreneurs who built labels.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who say I can't
You know what, y'all?
do what?
I'm finna drop another album and then I'm signing with motherfucking Rick Ross.
Talk to me.
No, I'm just talking shit.
Oh. That'll be hard though. That'll be hard.
You know what I thought about one time? I was like, man, you know, it was a point in time where I was kind of label driven, like mentally.
Yeah.
Like, yo, bro, I gotta get a label or get to another label or whatnot behind me. And I had to really kind of shake my damn self up and say, hold on, I gotta go back to the roots of where I come from. And independently push myself because you only as hot as the last record that you drop.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And men lie, women lie, but numbers don't.
Facts.
So I figured if I get my numbers up, whenever, if ever, I choose to go to a label, at least I have some type of ammunition other than taking what you think I need to have. You feel me? You just not gonna give me that when I'm already getting that type of situation. So that's where I'm at now. I don't rule out a major label. I know me being the artist that I am and the type of consistency that comes along with me, that having that machine behind you, of course, would catapult me in a place with this music where I truly feel like I belong.
Yeah.
But I'm not so eager to get in that position where I would accept anything just to get that there. You know, a lot of, with everything in social media, a lot of these labels don't have the finances to actually push artists the way that they used to. Yeah. You know, because a lot of artists have become smart and realized that they don't need a lot of the shit that comes along with the majors as well. But me personally, I'm open to checks. You know, if it makes sense, if it makes money and it makes sense, shit, I'll definitely entertain it if it's something real and makes sense.
Answer me this with the checks. What was the worst money play that y'all made with the money that you know you shouldn't have bought that shit, but you said, fuck it, I got the money?
Shit, pussy for a month straight. Nah. I don't know, man. I do that shit every day, bro. When it comes to like, I shouldn't have bought that shit.
Yeah.
Or I shouldn't have did this. But if I was to say something that I would say, no, man, I shouldn't have done that shit. Man, I went fucking crazy, bro, when I got my first $1 million, man. My first $1 million, man.
Yeah.
I went crazy. I bought everything I was supposed to buy, but I also bought everything I wasn't supposed to buy. So I found myself in a position where when I got all this materialistic shit, I still ain't. I like having the money more than any of this shit. You get what I'm saying? So one thing that I would do different is buy a lot of property. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely off into the real estate game and just different businesses, man. You know, you get to a point where you want to have something to fall back on from this music shit. Mm-hmm. You know, it doesn't last forever for everybody.
Yeah.
Some individuals, Jay, nigga, you ain't never going nowhere, the kind of money that you got.
Yeah.
But, you know, everybody's not a Jay-Z. Mm-hmm. And it's just about building different businesses and different streams of income to be able to pass down to the next generation, bro. Yeah. Honestly, bro.
Exactly.
Man, for me, it would probably be I got a warehouse in Memphis, like probably around 2013. So through 2013 through 2018. I had a 20,000 square foot warehouse. I always say, man, if I would have bought that property here in Atlanta,
how much weed we could have grown in that motherfucker? Think about it, Drumma.
Man, clothes, all kind of products, just products, creating products.
No, I can dig it. Well, lastly, fellas, how can these folks contact y'all? And is there anything y'all want to get off y'all chest?
Hey, bro, y'all can hit me direct, 615-766. Nah. Follow me on Instagram and shit, Buckshots with a Z, BUCKSHOTZ. Or, you know, all the social media platforms. I'm on Facebook, /YoungBuck, Twitter, /YoungBuck. Man, bro, I got so many different ways to get in touch with me. I got a beeper. My beeper number is 615-977-1313. And I know niggas don't have beepers no more, but I just so happen to have one. You dig what I'm saying? And get at me, man. Shoot me up, page me.
Yeah, man, listen, man, I'm simple, man. Holler at me at Drumma Boy Fresh, man. One shot. You know what I'm saying?
Really,
on all social media platforms. We got a new company I just started called the Producers Wave. So I'm excited about that. You know what I'm saying? A community-based organization for producers to be able to upload their content, upload their sounds, and create their own sound kits and sell them and whatnot. So stay tuned for that. I'm dropping an exclusive, actually some of the sounds that I use to make B.O.M.B.S 3. We drop an exclusive B.O.M.B.S 3 bundle for the producers.
That's lit.
So stay tuned for that. You know what I'm saying?
This nigga just learned, hey, bro. Everything is a fucking dollar, bro. That's why
exactly.
I just like riding with Drumma, bro.
Yeah, that's Drumma about that dollar.
You be riding in the fucking car with Drumma, bro. This motherfucker be like, you going one destination, he done hit a whole loop. Drumma, where we going? Bro, I just see $1 million right there.
Yeah, we got to stop right here right quick. It's a hidden treasure.
God.
This right here, we could turn this into this. And I salute Drumma on being an individual that's just being able, like I say, he sees shit and hears shit that I don't. And it's like, we put that shit together, and then you have what you're getting now.
B.O.M.B.S 3.
B.O.M.B.S motherfucker.
Come on
3.
now.
Yes,
fellas, appreciate y'all coming through this thing. Wish y'all nothing but the best and much success.
Come
Be High Radio, shout it, Drumma Boy, Young Buck, we gone.
Kill!
Yeah.
I hope your mama was watching this shit.